Hi guys, it's me again, Groschi. As you can see, today we have like kind of a double premiere on my channel. First of all, I show you a Hot Toys figure. I never done this before. And second, I think it's the first piece out of the Marvel universe I'm going to show you guys. Whoa. And the third thing is that it's a very special Hot Toys figure. That's why I bought it. So that's also kind of yeah. That's so this video is so special, unbelievable. As you can see today, we are talking about Stan Lee himself. Um, Stan Lee in his uh, in his space suit out of the post-credit scene from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think I don't. Maybe a little spoiler alert. I don't know if you watched it or if you. I think you watched it. I mean, if you are looking at this video, I think you watched it. Yeah, it's the post-credit scene where the Revengers are jumping from one jump point to another and then crossing one of the uh, planets where Stan Lee is sitting there with the Vultures. Um, so it's really just a brief moment, but a really cool cameo of Stan Lee in the MCU. The reason why I bought this is because I'm a huge James Gunn fan. I really like his sense of humor. I really like the Guardians for this same reason. But also I like his older stuff. The older horror stuff is also really cool. So yeah, James Gunn is a cool director. And yeah, and the Guardians are um, phenomenal movies inside the MCU. I mean, the whole MCU. And I know I'm a DC guy normally, but I really love and appreciate the MCU as well, and also a few Marvel comics. I mean, I'm not so much into the Marvel universe outside of the MCU as I'm maybe in the DC universe. That's so to say. If I'm saying something wrong, please don't be mad at me. It's no bad thought or of me. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know it better. So I try to stay out of wrong comments today. uh, as I said, it's my first Hot Toys. Maybe if you're not familiar with Hot Toys, the special thing about Hot Toys is it's not like statues. They are more action figures because you can articulate them. They have little joints on the points of his body, so you can articulate them freely. So that's the main difference to a normal statue. We normally looking together at them, as you see them in the background, where you just put them there and they stay like this. So maybe you have there, but sometimes some switch outs, but nothing more. But that's the special thing about Hot Toys and the action figures. And also they're always, at least from Hot Toys, they're always 6 scale, so they're always a little bit smaller. It's normally about 30 centimeters. So I don't know for you non-metric system guys. Yeah, it's normally about 1 feet. We measure them out later. So that's the special thing about Hot Toys. I had quite a few Hot Toys in my life, but I never collect them so much because, as I already mentioned in some other videos, the quality of the head sculpt improved really greatly in the last few years. The years before, and my main reason I never or not bought not so much Hot Toys was that there was always a big difference between the prototypes and the production pieces. So the likeness wasn't there or not enough there, so that I was going to buy them. But yeah, I bought this one. It was mainly because, yeah, as I said, I love the MCU. I appreciate what Stan Lee done for the comic guys, or for the whole comic nerd, geek, whatever you want to call them, community. I mean, he was a real mastermind. I mean, unbelievable how much of these heroes and characters we love today are out of his hand. I mean, and out of his mind. So that's really cool. So that I wanted to have at least one cool Stan Lee. I mean, now after his death, there are a lot of cool Stan Lees announced. I mean, I remember there's the cool one from Iron Studios, the big one on his throne that looks really cool. And yeah, they're coming a few out. There's also the other one from Iron Studios, I think, where he's standing on these crates with these Spider-Man fingers. That's also looks really cool. So, but back in a few, I don't know, I bought like 1 or 2 years ago. I thought it was the. I'm sorry, guys. Today there's a little cut because there was someone at the door. Normally that don't happen around here because I'm not so popular. But yeah, I'm sorry. Um, I don't remember where I stopped, so I just go start again. No, just a joke. I think I didn't show you the package now, so we talked a lot about hot toys, and I think I'm getting there where we left. So yeah, we start with the packaging. Normally the Hot Toys 6K figures are normal size packages and boxes. But this one is, as I said, quite special because it came in a blister style box. So like if you're familiar with old action figures, or if yourself are a collector, you know the blister package from action figures. So this was packed like a big blister package. So it's really cool, like a big action figure. It was in a big blister box. Here there was Stan Lee himself. Here was the stone he's sitting on, and there on the back was this backdrop. I will show you later. So that's really a standing out point. As I said, I'm not familiar with Hot Toys anymore. I don't know if it's quite common right now, but I think I read different opinions in some online places. That it's quite not common. Normally they are still packed in just the normal 6K figure boxes. And yeah, also there was the shipper was quite bigger than normal, so, but nothing fancy there. Yeah, the another special one I said is already there. It came with this backdrop, so to say. It was it's a lenticular style backdrop, where you can see. I mean, it's quite difficult to show you guys because of the reflection of the light, and but there you see the ship from the Revengers going from jump point to jump point. As I mentioned earlier, it's like from the post-credit scene where they crossing the jump points, and in one jump point they briefly see, or I think they didn't even see, but they showed that on this jump point there was Stan Lee with the Watchers. So that's really cool that you can stand this behind Stan Lee. There's a little cardboard Stan Lee behind you that you have to put together, so that really stands there. It's a little bit, it's not plain, so I try to press it down for a few days or weeks, but it never turned out well. So I don't know why it's just happened in the box, because the box was big enough. I don't know if it's just mine, or maybe if you have this one, let me know if you also have this problem. It's quite dusty and a lot of fingerprints. I'm sorry. So back to Stan Lee himself. As I said, it's the Hot Toys, so it's fully articulable. I don't know. I mean, it's full flexible. You can pose him. So yeah, you can remove the helmet so that you can see his head better. That's, as I said, it was one of the reasons why I bought this one, because I really like the head sculpt of Stan Lee and the likeness of Stan Lee. So maybe you just come over and have a look for yourself. That was one of the main reasons I bought this one, and also because I think, as I already mentioned, earning a Stan Lee piece is really cool. Yeah, different hands are left in the box as normal in Hot Toys. You have a lot of switch outs, a lot of accessories. In this case, they're just the switch out hands. But this is the setup for the particular scene from the post-credit scene where he sits there and waves towards us, so to say. Yeah, the glasses are removable, as you already saw, and then you can just put the helmet back together on there. It's as usual for a Hot Toys figure. It's mixed media, so it's fabric, cloth, fabric, spacesuit. The technical applications there are like plastic. These are like rubber bands or something. It's a rubber tubes or something like this. So it's really completely mixed media. A little look from behind. So the shoes are also they are also completely one piece, so they are like plastic or something, but it's not mixed media. Yeah, but as I said, the head sculpt is phenomenal. I mean, for this like kind of small scale, it's really cool and really detailed. So I really love this one. If you see him when you walk in the room, you instantly recognize who he is, what scene it is, and I'm always seeing for my in my head. I always see instantly the post-credit scene from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So that's a really cool Hot Toys piece, and as I said, the only one I earn till this at this particular moment when I'm filming this. So, but maybe I don't know if maybe I start again. I'm also on the fence for like 2 years now. The only Hot Toys figure I really want to buy or really want to add to my collection, but I didn't done it till now, was the remake or the new edition of the Harvey Two-Face from The Dark Knight, because I think there's also the new head sculpt is really cool. you really see the likeness from the Dark Knight in there. But yeah, that's another topic. So maybe sometimes in the future you will see another Hot Toys video on my channel. But for now, this is the one and only Stan Lee and the one and only Hot Toys figure I have. So I just put him back on his seat. That's where he belongs. That's how that's also how, I mean, it's now he leaned a little bit back. I don't do the fine adjustments I will do later, but that's how I pose him, or how I like to display him. Yeah, it's not, he leaned, oh, he leans way too back, but so now, I think now we're getting there. Yeah, as you can see, remarkable. I mean, as I said, that's really, you see this, it's a striking pose, you see it, and then it's right there in your head. You see in the MCU, Stan Lee, all the positive Excelsior thoughts that you can get through Stan Lee. So really cool piece, really unique piece, really unique Hot Toys piece. As you can see, the stone is one big piece. It's just really, really light. So I think it's also like some plastic material stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all additional. No? As I said, it's all on top. The cool blister packaging, the cool backdrop, the cool stone, it's all extra stuff that's normally not with the Hot Toys. So there's no negative thing about that. I mean, yeah, of course the paint job is kind of flat, but I mean, it's an additional cool piece for your Hot Toys figure. You're paying for the figure himself, not for such big accessories and normally, but that's a really cool addition, extra, and a really cool, yeah, addition to this piece and to this figure. So I don't know how long I talked you guys. I bothered you with annoyed you maybe, you know. Hopefully not with my first Marvel unboxing or review, more to say. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please be kind with me if I said something wrong. As I said earlier, I'm more the DC than the Marvel guy, but I'm also like Marvel. I mean, I flew to London from Germany to see the Infinity War in IMAX, because London has the biggest IMAX screen in Europe. So I went there on my birthday with my wife. So that's how much I like Marvel and the MCU. So I think with these words, I want to come to an end. Thank you again for staying with me. Stay safe as always. Yeah, thank you again, and have a good time. See you next time, guys. Bye.